Get Low, Bonez, Kush Menace, you tapped in with PPhilms. What's the word, man?
Man, we here, man. What's up, my baby? How you?
Chilling, I'm chilling. How's everybody feeling today, man?
Listen, man, it's a blessed day. It's raining outside. You know that? That's a fact.
Still here.
Chilling.
That's a fact. Listen, man, I just have to start this off by saying you're somebody that I've been wanting to lock in with, get some work done with. And I want to shout out KO So Frosty for kind of facilitating this.
Right.
Because I've been wanting to work with you. I had somebody reach out to you, and then it took some time, but KO So Frosty kind of lined this up. So shout out to him. And
shout out KO, man. Shout out the guards of the city, man. You know that. Yeah, you know, bro pulled up. We did that interview. That doing numbers right now on his channel. So everybody, y'all go tune into that. You know what I'm saying? Rolling 60 gang. But yeah, that's a fact. Like you said, somebody hit you. We ain't giving nobody no clout like that. So he hit me like, yo, that was like 2 years ago, right, Pete? If I'm not mistaken. So I was going through a lot.
Yeah.
I was going through a lot. It was on ankle monitor. I just came home from the feds. I had to stay out the way.
Gotcha.
And I don't want them people in my business, so I had to do what I was supposed to do so I could do what I can do, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Don't let that go over your head.
Absolutely. Well, you're home now. Now let's get to the story, man.
What's up, though?
So we all know you are from Crown Heights. Is everybody here from Crown Heights too?
That's a vibe.
I'm from Flatbush, you heard, but
okay.
Crown Heights is my second home, though, you heard.
Gotcha.
I grew up in Crown Heights, I ain't gonna lie.
Okay.
Yeah, you know that capital. You know, we stomp our feet here. That's it. Forever. This the land right here.
Yeah, talk a little bit about what it's like growing up out here, because there's people I got people watching from Africa, people watching from all over, you know what I'm saying? So someone who's never been to Brooklyn, never been to Crown Heights, or Capitol Heights as you call it.
Right.
What is that like? What was the experience like?
I mean, everything is here, man. Like, I ain't gonna lie. I think we got the best hood. I don't care what nobody tell you. Like, this is the best hood. We got everything right here.
Yeah.
The train, the bus, Jamaicans, St. Lucians, Jamaicans, Haitians, Jamaicans, everything. It's right here. We in the heart of this, like, it's right here. We got the best hood. Where Labor Day come at, we got the best hood, bro.
Yeah.
Childhood growing up, this was extra fun. Manhunt, you know, playing all those type of games. They had a real childhood, you heard, bro? Like, it's that.
Yeah. Now, I'm glad you said that, because a lot of people, it's almost as if, like, they forget the childhood, they get straight to the street stuff. So, like,
street can't come later, but nigga, we really had a childhood out here.
Exactly. So what was those memories like, childhood? You know, you brought up one, speaking about Labor Day, coming straight through here, that's a fact. Everyone's down
that
Eastern
Parkway, that's that, bro. It's the heart of Brooklyn. I don't care what nobody say. I ain't shooting at nobody, but I don't care how you take it, though.
Yeah.
It's that.
Yeah.
Crown Heights, best hood.
Yeah.
Best hood. Everything is here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Growing up here, it was all love. Everything is love. Don't get me wrong, it's treacherous too, though, but grew up in a loving environment. You know what I'm saying? We had good parents, good background. You know what I'm saying? We ain't have everything, but we made it work. You heard, bro?
Gotcha. That's a fact. Now, talk a little bit about before everything. What was some things y'all was into? Like, we playing Skelzies. We riding bikes up and down the hill, Williams,
tech bikes.
Yeah, all types of whatever. Everything kids could do, we was doing. You heard, bro? Everything kids could do, we was doing. Stealing cars, we was doing everything.
Yeah.
That's how I learned. That's how I even learned how to drive. Yeah. Stealing cars, crashing them, jumping out, we out.
Yeah.
Word, jumping fences, running in the store, snatching candies, opening the fart bombs, throwing them shits at the Jews, like going in their store, taking their squeezing them and running out. Yeah. They be sick. They all chasing us down Kingston. We was really having fun though, no booze.
Yeah, and there's a lot of Jews out here. So
right.
What was it like growing up, alongside them? And the reason I ask that is because I've always seen on the news there's been tension between the Jews and the blacks.
See, that's some real political shit, right? And I don't really want to get too deep. But nah, I'm going to tell you, we just know to stay away from them.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You got some of them that's cordial. Some of them that'll speak if you know, because we might live in the same building with some of them, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like you gotta be, you know, all right, how you doing? But overall, we just learn to stay out their way, they stay out our way. We don't really business with them too much like that.
Gotcha.
But like I always tell you, don't think you come to Crown Heights and you think it's a bunch of Jews and it's that. You would get lost in the sauce out here, but for real.
It's up to them to.
It's up to you. Play high.
You gotta be aware.
You gotta be aware. Know where you at. Know your surroundings, because it's that. This is a lot of history back here. Because my peoples, when the Jewish riot happened, right around the corner, right here behind us, where we doing the interview right now, right here, literally. Like if we right here is right there. That was my people. Shout out to the Cato family. They lost. My son lost his little brother because of that riot. That's how the riot even started. You feel me? So that's it.
Wow, that was a big deal back in them times.
Yeah.
That was a big deal. Were you? How old were you at that time?
I ain't gonna put my age on it, but
so
I was
young.
I was young. I was young. I couldn't even come outside by myself yet.
Okay.
When that happened.
Could you even remember what the atmosphere was like when all of that was
I couldn't.
going down?
I know about it because my family was a part of it.
Okay.
But I wasn't the one that was there because I was a baby still.
Yeah.
I was like what, 5, 6.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Gotcha. All right. Bet. So get a little bit older. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? At what you say you start stealing cars and all that, but at what age are those things happening?
Them things happening at like 9, 10,
Yeah.
11. That's when I caught my first Spofford bid.
11 years old.
11 years old. Word.
Now, you 11, that's the first time you gotta kind of be away from family,
From
right?
family, word.
What is the mindset? Are you scared walking into that?
I'm gonna tell you the truth. You're gonna sit here and lie. Ain't gonna be trying to big themselves up like, bro, every time you're gonna be scared, no matter what it is. If you've never been to jail before, you're gonna be scared. If you going through different prisons as your time grow and you get older and you know, sometimes you gotta go through these things and you're gonna be scared every time.
Yep.
The feeling you're gonna get in your stomach, it don't go away.
Yep.
Until you know you're good. You feel me, bro? So yeah, I was scared for the first time, but you know, once you get into it and you start really being outside every day and adjusting to the older niggas, you know you trying to impress them.
Yeah.
Let them know that you ain't scared, but you really shook. But at the end of the day, you gotta wear that. You gotta stand on that business because this is what you wanna, you know what I'm saying, participate in.
Yeah. You know, I'm glad you said that. I was interviewing somebody maybe a week ago, and I was talking to them about like, you know, a lot of people say when you get into the streets, you know what it comes with, this and that. And I was like, I kind of disagree with that. Cause like, you see how you're saying you 11 years old, you getting your first Spofford bid, right? Like, you don't know everything you're gonna deal with, what's on the other side when you walk in, when you walk into there.
This is why you're scared.
Yeah.
This is why you're scared.
But they will say it like, yo, listen, man, you signed up for it. You should know what it comes with.
Because at the same time, it's like, you feel me? We, as growing up, parents told us right from wrong. So it's like, you know, all right, you go out and do certain shit, you gonna go to jail. You feel me? We know what we doing. Like, you feel me? Nigga, it got consequences behind it.
But we just don't know what the consequences is.
Boom. That's what I mean. It's like the fear of the unknown.
It's definitely that. You feel me? But once I ain't gonna lie, I'm telling you, it's all what you into. So if you into it and you adjust to that, your mind gets set to that, then you understand that this is demonic. It's not really, you feel me? You gotta be angry at all times. You gotta be aggressive, like, you know? So you gotta build that. You gotta, all right, I see what's going on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? First 2 weeks in the spot, okay, I see, all right. Ain't no letting them take your cookies, you ain't taking your figs, you ain't, you feel me? Because I'm talking about Spofford, we're not talking about jail. So y'all need to know what, jail come later, you know what I'm saying? Spofford is different. You know, they give you little snacks, niggas to take your snacks. Yeah, you gotta defend your snacks.
Yeah.
So, you know, we have to learn all that.
Yeah.
And then once you get it, I got it, I know what's going on. Now I gotta be on BS, you heard, bro?
Yeah.
So that's how that shit work.
Yeah.
You have to build that courage. You have to build that self-esteem. Like, I ain't letting you do nothing to me. And it's gonna start now, because I'm on this journey, you heard?
Yeah. It's interesting that you said that, like, it's demonic, because that's how I be feeling. Like, yo, you always gotta be tough. You always gotta be angry. You always gotta be, I guess, kind of like just aggressive. You know, was there ever moments where you were like, yo, you know, I really don't care to be this right now, but I have to because this is the environment that I'm in.
The time that I noticed that, it was already too late for me. It was already too late. I was like, damn, I want to change my life. I want to do something different, but I was already tied in too deep.
Yeah.
So I just absorbed everything that came with it.
Yeah. If you weren't that deep into everything, who would Get Lo be? If you had the opportunity to,
I'd probably be a teacher or a gym trainer or something like that. Cause no cap, cause I'm good with like, probably in the corporate world too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I probably would have been doing some shit like that. But yeah, it's too late though. Not that. No, it's never too late. Let me take that back. It's never too late to, go further in life. But I'm just saying, it's like the times I was living in, the people I was around, and what was going on it was no time.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? To even think about what the coulda, woulda, shoulda, woulda been. You feel me, bro?
Gotcha. How long was you in Spofford for?
I gave him what, 2 years?
Okay, so you come home around like 13.
Come home like 13, 14, facts.
Yeah. Now, when I'm looking at you, you got size on you. You got height.
Facts.
You got size. Were the kids as big as you? Was you?
They was bigger. I was small when I went in there. 'Cause I was smoking weed at a young age too. So I was smoking weed like at 10.
Yeah.
So going to school high, like at 10 years old, me and my dog, we didn't even know how to roll the weed.
Yeah.
You heard? We were just doing anything and it was crumbling and all that, but we learned that as we went. You feel me? It was falling out the but we was smoking BDs, all types of shit. So yeah, like I was small. So when I got there, niggas was, Spofford, you could be in Spofford until I think you was like 16.
Yeah.
So you around that's like 16, older than you. And they bigger than you, so you looking at anything like this is a grown man. Like, what's up with cuz? Like, I might have to punch cuz. I might have to hit cuz in his kneecap or something. She walk with a tray or something. Like, what's up with bro? Word. So yeah, hell yeah. This was bigger than me.
Yeah. Was there ever any experiences, like significant moments that happened in there that kind of shaped you into either being tougher?
I ain't gonna lie, I just always knew I ain't with the fitting in, I'm with the standing out. So I'm gonna do whatever it takes. I ain't like to do nothing to me. But yeah, I done seen some shit where like, oh, that's what y'all niggas is on? Oh, okay, I like this. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm young. I think everything is like, it's intriguing. You know what I'm saying? Getting cut, getting stabbed, getting punched. I was intrigued with that. So I'm like, am I crazy? I had to ask myself that, like, I gotta be crazy to like this demonic shit. But that's when I started learning myself, like, say that. I'm on it.
Yeah.
You feel me? I ain't let nigga do nothing to me, man. Nothing. That was it. I never wanted to let the hood down, so I always felt like, not to say it like that, because I don't want the kids, please, stay out of jail. Stay away from negativity. It ain't that. You feel me? I just don't want people to get my story misconstrued like I'm pushing a negative narrative. It wasn't that. That was just my life. You asking me about my life, I'm giving you my pictorial debut on mine. You heard, bro?
Absolutely. So boom, you come home around 13. Are people in the neighborhood shocked? Because I know you grew, like,
right.
You grow, you talking, probably speaking a little different.
Different voice got deeper. Yeah.
What is that reaction when you come back to the neighborhood?
Well, when I come back, it's that, because they was already hearing what I was doing. So you see, that's what I'm saying. That's what gets you tracked into this. This what gets you feeling like, yo, I could still be doing this, because that's patting you on the back about it and making you feel good about it.
Yeah.
Not knowing this is all wrong at the end of the day, gang.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, that's what shapes me to be who I am.
Absolutely.
Word. But yeah, they was loving me when I came back home. Boy, tall, he got big. The ladies was, they used to call me ugly and wouldn't touch me. So nigga went to jail, got his weight up and came back. It was that waves spinning. This before I even had braids.
Yeah.
Had the waves going crazy. Young baby face. Look, even now I still got the little 1-2 baby face. So yeah, they was loving me. Word, they was loving me.
Gotcha. But when do you, I don't know if that's way down, further down the line, but how does the introduction between Bonez comes and Kush comes? Is that way later down
That's
the line?
way later, but I had to go once. So another thing, I came home from Spofford.
Yeah.
Probably was home for like a year, 15. Once I turned 16, I caught a bid.
Yeah.
I caught an attempt murder.
Now you're grown.
Yeah, now I'm growing. You heard? Now I get locked up for 2 attempt murders and And once again, stolen car, shit like that.
Yeah.
I ended up going on the island. I sat on the island for like 2.5 years. I copped out to a 5-year bid.
Yeah.
Cause you know, money talk, you know, whatever, we ain't gonna say too much on camera cause, you know, keep the street off camera, but
Yeah.
I ended up copping out to like a 5-year bid.
For both?
For both.
Okay.
But one got dismissed.
Okay.
And I had to take a plea on the other one.
Gotcha.
So me and my older brother was locked up at the same time.
Yeah.
So you know, my mother was double going through it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I took the 5-year bid. I ended up going up north 2002. I got like a 2002. I came home 2000.
Hold on. Let's stay.
2006.
Got you with that, right? You catch the attempt. You're on Rikers at this.
Right, I'm on Rikers at this time.
Now it's your first time on Rikers. You hearing the story?
The first time I went, I got stuck there for 2.5 years.
Yeah. Whew. Now you probably heard what Rikers is like. Now at this point, are you Crip or no?
Yeah, I've been Crip.
Okay.
From Spofford.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Now you're there. What's the experience like? And
Oh, it's that. It's that. It's aggression. Everything is aggressive. That's where I met Casanova at.
wow.
That's where me and him became friends at, on Rikers Island. Word. So it's that. Aggression. Yeah, you gotta fight for everything.
Yeah.
Phone, slot, food. You want beef patties. You know, they got the little variety that they give you that everybody don't get.
Yeah.
So beef patties, a whole chicken, Frosties, you know what I'm saying? Your commissary, you gotta fight for all that.
Yeah.
So it was that, yeah. And I stood very well on all that business.
Yeah.
All that.
Is it really like everything like?
Your clothes, because before Rikers Island, you could wear your own clothes.
Yeah.
So they let you come in there with your own, with everything you got on. Whatever you got locked up in, you could keep. Now they don't do that no more. Because this is the reason like they try to cut out a lot of the problems. You feel me? Yeah, it was that.
Yeah.
Right.
Now you're there, 16. What's happening? What's, you know, as much as you can talk about, but what are you seeing? And because
Bro,
I would
seeing it
like
all.
to think that it's inhumane in there.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Yeah,
It definitely is. It's nasty.
Yeah.
You heard, bro? Putting milks in the toilet, like it's nasty. This, you gotta put your milk in the toilet to keep it cold.
Wow.
This way you taking the shit at is where you gotta keep your milk and your sodas to get cold. Nigga, yo, the real ones know what I'm talking about. You know what's up, you heard, bro? So it's that, you feel me? So at 16, imagine seeing that at 16. Adolescents cutting each other. Gang riots, it's that, it's going on. So it's like energy's on 10. It's never a moment where you could just be cool.
Yeah.
Only time you can be cool is when you lock in. And you get to go to sleep. All right, tomorrow you get that little 12-hour sleep. No, not even 12, like maybe 9.
Yeah.
9 hours, you gotta wake back up, do this all over again.
All over again.
Yeah.
Damn. You know, I interviewed Drizzy Giuliano, and I asked him what was his experience like being Crip and being on the East Coast in jail. And he was like, his response was like, man, being Crip in jail, it's like having AIDS, boy.
Oh yeah, nobody fucks with you unless the real ones.
Yeah.
Nobody mess with you. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to curse, you know.
Yeah.
Nobody mess with you. Nobody really. That shit is like ancient. They don't even, what? I'm staying away from this.
Yeah.
But when you one of the members and you put on and you stand on your business, like me, I did that with flying colors. I ain't bragging about it. You can ask the real, they know. I done ran prisons, I done ran houses, I done took over buildings. Like, it's that, you feel me? But you gotta just be an organic.
Yeah.
That's it, on both sides. I'm never biased. I'm not gonna sit up here and say, yo, them blood was that, because I fuck with some of them. You feel me? I fuck with a few big homies that really, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because sometimes you need them.
Yeah.
You need them. You can sit here and be like, oh, nah, bro. No, it don't work like that, bro. All this shit is political. So you gotta really know how to use your mind. You gotta know when to strike and know when to, you know what I'm saying? Ice up.
Yeah.
You feel me? But when you make your mark and disrespect you, it's that. That's it. You ain't gotta go for it. I'm not going for the disrespect. That's it. You can be who you are. I ain't tripping. Just don't disrespect me though.
Yeah. But you know, a lot of people will say that, right? Like, yo, it's all about respect and this and that. But being in a place where there's so much aggression and so much emotions running high, somebody's going to try.
No, everybody get tried, gang.
Yeah, was
I don't care who you think you is. You're gonna get trapped, but you just gotta
toughest,
perform.
the biggest, whatever.
You gotta perform.
Yeah. Was there moments where you was placed in positions where it was just,
Yeah, I got jumped before. I got stabbed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
How do you, like, I always ask, like, how do you make it the next day? Like,
Because you know what it is with me though? I'm gonna be honest with you, right? When I'm in there,
knowing that, yo, this could happen again.
when I'm in there, I'm in there. I'm not worrying about nothing that's going on to the streets. I'm worrying about surviving. You heard, bro? I gotta make it back home to my peoples. I gotta make sure I'm good. I gotta make sure the hood know what I'm doing. See, that's where my mind was at. You feel me? So I was living in my situation. I was in it. I wasn't. You know how they say it gotta be in you, not on you.
Yeah.
It was in me, so I didn't really. Certain things that bother certain people didn't bother me because I'm mentally already situated myself in a certain kind of way where I'm like, I ain't letting it break me. You know what I'm saying? I gotta make it back home. Like that's the end goal.
That's a fact. That's a fact. At 16, what would be the most challenging, toughest, craziest thing you've seen?
Crazy shit I seen.
On regular.
Niggas
You're
getting
16,
shit.
first time.
Got bodied in the cell. I watched a kill a nigga in the cell.
Yeah.
Caught another charge on top of that.
Yeah.
But the cuttings and all that, that's regular. So that ain't no crazy moment for me.
Yeah.
But I seen the nigga get, caught a body while I was in there.
Yeah. And what does that do to you mentally, emotionally?
Make sure my door's locked. Make sure my cell locked. Yeah, bro. I don't care about none of that.
Yeah.
Because when you sleeping, that's for more times, on the island, this could bust their door.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know. You could crack your own cell. So even if it's locked, even if the CO locked it on the switchboard, you could still pop that shit a certain kind of way and the door will open. So niggas who know that know how to get you. That's why they be like, all right, when the cell closed, we gonna holler at you. You probably in your head like, how y'all gonna holler at me? I'm in my cell. You thinking you safe, right? No, you're not. To come open your door for you.
Yeah.
Push the door. Run up in there and deal with you. Word.
Yeah, I heard, because I was watching this correctional officer from Right to Speak, and he was just like, yeah, none of these doors work. I'm like, yo, so why you say this so casually, like everyone could just pop into
Yes,
like that?
if you know how to do it, you could pop the cell, bro. Word. That's how a lot of niggas get cut while they sleep. A lot of niggas get beat up, stabbed.
Yeah. Meeting Casanova, what was that?
Oh yeah.
What was that day like? What was the introduction? Because I know he's blood, you Crip. Was there the?
He wasn't blood at the time when I met him.
Okay.
He was on his way.
Gotcha.
He was on his way of being blood. You feel me? Yeah. So he wasn't blood at the time. He was just a neutral lad. He always been the same. I ain't never gonna take nothing away from bro. Yeah. Bro always been the same loud, but he know that's my energy too. You know what I'm saying? But how we met is them try to rob me, gang. No cap. They try to run down on me. Remember, it's my first time. He was there like a month before me.
Okay.
You feel me? So he already knew the program. He learned the program a little bit before me, far as, the Rikers Island shit. Your sneakers, don't give niggas your sneakers, don't give niggas your nothing, nigga. You feel me? You can't give niggas your clothes, cause niggas was robbing niggas at the time, bro. You come in there, you think what a Mary's is now? Boy, niggas would be on a gate like this. Oh yeah, I want that. Niggas is picking what they want off you. That's on the team in that house. Like, yo, bro, I want them sneakers. I'll be like, yeah, I want them jeans. I'll be like, I want your sweater. By the time you naked, bro.
Damn.
I'm telling you, this is what's going on.
Yo, stay out of jail.
That's why I tell the kids, stay out of jail, bro, cause son. Yeah, them try to rob me at one time. I had to defend my property and defend myself. Yeah. And that's how they started, me and him grew a bond like that, cause the CO that was working there, he like, nah, y'all gonna have to, fight. I had to fight 3, bro.
Nah, that's
and not even including him. He just wanted to be cool with me. Yeah. But the things that he was with, cause I'm from Brooklyn, we gonna see each other, we know the same people. Yeah. So he knew better. Like, you feel me? He knew, like, I can't really play with boy, cause I heard about him, but I don't know him like that. But I had to fight his mans that was controlling the crib, cause his mans and them had the crib when I first got there. Remember, this is my first time on Rikers Island, bro. Absolutely. So you gotta learn these shit. You gotta learn, okay, gotta stand on business, can't let this take nothing from me. Yeah. I had to learn that. Yeah. And he part of the reason that kind of like sharp, when they say sword sharpen steel, yeah. I had to get on that fast because I see what was going on.
Okay, now that's not 3 altogether, that's 1, then the next one, then the next one, right?
What you mean?
Like
the time?
3 people.
No, it's one, then the next one, then the next one. Yeah, hell yeah. Gotcha. Get a little 2-minute break, right back in there.
Now most fights, People really be fighting for like 60 seconds on the streets, 30, 40 seconds.
Rikers Island, the first one that showed blood.
Alright.
You good. Fight done.
Got you.
Right.
And then you got 2 more on the
I got 2 more to go.
You
But it was that
like,
though. No, because remember, I come from my hood right here, where we at right now. We fight every day. We box, we slap box. So that was what we was doing. So my energy was already to the moon. I'm young. I already got all the stamina. Let's do it.
Yeah.
You feel me? So yeah, 3 of them back to back.
Wow. And how did that go? You lost 3, won 3. Could talk about.
I mean, you know, his body was physically more built than me, right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give it 100. Did I lose? No.
Yeah.
Only one nigga that probably gave me a good fight, but that was the last fight. But I'm not gonna say because I fought 3, maybe that's why.
Yeah.
But the last fight, boy gave me a good run for my bread. He ain't knocked me out. I never hit the floor, wasn't bleeding nothing, but we both broke off even. The other first 2 that was out the way.
Yeah.
That was.
But I could imagine they still gotta give him respect.
Yeah. I ain't get jumped, which is, remember, we adolescents.
Yeah.
You know, adolescents don't listen. They don't give a what police talking about. So they ain't jumped me.
Yeah.
They gave me my respect. Plus I had older people from my hood that was already locked up, that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That was coming to check on me, so niggas already knew. Like, oh nah, boy is somebody, because you got such and such coming and make sure he good and da. So I just had to fight for my spot, you heard, bro?
Okay.
That's all it was.
Gotcha.
And shout out to Cass for that though, because you know me, those was his mans, and it ain't go like that.
Yeah, I like that.
It ain't go like that.
Man. Now you go up top.
Yeah, 2.5 years later. See, that happened the first week I got there.
Dang.
Cause you ain't no reception. Like they take you go to the springs, the sprungs. That's what it was called. Then the sprungs. You go to the sprungs for about a week.
Yeah.
Then they push you through your housing. You feel me?
Gotcha.
So once I got to where the cells was at, that was like a week and a half. Me being on Rikers Island, I had to get into it ASAP.
Yeah.
Some go through it their first day because they go down in the sprungs too.
Yeah.
But you know, you just how you carry yourself.
Gotcha. So you go up top. Now,
I get sentenced, I go up top. Yeah, I end up in Green.
Green.
Right.
Now, I think I was interviewing JD. I think he was in Green. I'm not sure. He was telling me his experience, but again, for you, what is that like? Because
all right, so you gotta know, right? Me hearing from how this is my, like I said, the first time I went on Rikers Island, I got stuck.
Yeah.
There wasn't no coming home. So I had to figure out, okay, now me being on the island, you hearing about up top. You know, everything is a transition. Spofford, you hear about Rikers Island. Rikers Island, you hear about up top. You know what I'm saying? It's levels to this shit. So I start hearing about up top. You start knowing the jails where you hearing your con is at. Your Crip is mad Crip niggas in Green is mad this and that. You know what I'm saying? So when I'm like, all right, I hope I go there. Just so happened they sends me there.
Wow.
And it wasn't what I heard.
Yeah.
It was more blood than Crips in that. But it was definitely Crips there, but Crips had the jail. But I don't know what happened, some way, somehow the Bloods came and you know, took over the whole, and now the Crips had to basically be on like the back burner, but we were still doing what we was doing. You know, I just don't go for certain, I'm not going for telling me, oh yeah, I'm gonna let you live. I don't go for that. What you mean you going, not the curse, pardon me.
Yeah.
You mean you gonna let me live? Nigga, hey, you ain't God. Nigga, hey, nigga, you could bleed. Nigga, what are you talking about? You gotta sit down and what are you talking about? Like, please. And I turned that bitch, I sparked it as soon as I got there. I was there for 30 days and blew it up.
Yeah.
Cause I wasn't liking how the homeboys was moving. I ain't like how they just had them on like they was on the edge, like they couldn't do I wasn't going for it.
Yeah.
So I tried to change the narrative and I had to end up leaving.
Gotcha. But that, I guess that kind of works in your favor, right? Because you end up going somewhere where
I went right across the street.
and that is to
Cat Sackman.
Okay.
That's a max now.
Damn.
So I ended up going from a medium to a max.
Where it's
Yeah.
worse.
Another learning experience.
Yeah.
So when you ask me about, do we get the same, are you ever scared? Yes, you never know what you're going into.
That's a fact.
So yes, when I first got to the Cat, yeah, I was like, damn, I'm going to, but I just looked at it like, all right, back to Rikers Island. Remember, Green is like a dorm. Everything is dorm, so it remind me of the Sprungs.
Okay.
On the island, just one big dorm. You see, like, you ever watch them army movies where they be on that? That's how it look.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Just individual beds and lockers. That's how it look.
Yeah.
So when I had to go back to Cat Saki, when I went to Cat, I'm like, all right, back. I looked at it like I'm back on Rikers Island.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha. Did you experience like, so I got a lot of family who's Crip, they'll tell me their experience when they get locked up. Did you experience people kind of like not saying their crib?
Oh, yo, listen, do that, right? But you know what, Crips always do that. It's some niggas that's just they scared, gang. You can't be mad at them, right?
Yeah, I can understand it though.
Because look, you gotta look at
what's the ratio?
The ratio to every one Crip is at least 30 bloods or 15, 20 bloods.
Can I ask this before? Now, y'all don't know this. Like, all right, let's say when you're in Brooklyn in the towns, you don't know this before you become Crip and go.
Nah, you don't get to learn that part.
That's one of the other things you don't get to know.
Unless one of your, you know what I'm saying, the that you actually bang it under or he give you the real game, you feel me? Then you would know. But nah, you don't think it's that.
Then you got it.
Right, it's quiet after that because there's no turning back.
Yeah.
But some do. Some niggas tuck their tail and drop their flags and like they can't take the because that shit come with a lot of pressure, bro.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Picture going to every spot and every time you land in the spot, you know you coming before you even get there.
Yeah.
If your name is your name, you know you getting there before you get there because you got niggas that work in the draft room that know your name like, oh boy, come in here. So they're already waiting for you. So as soon as you get to certain spots, you have to perform. You got to go through that little key block session. 3 days, they're gonna come holler at you, ask you if you got problems in the jail. Do you know any? Is you threatened? You got to whatever you deny all that. You go on the population. And once you get the population, that's when you know what you got to go through.
Yeah, and you have to say you don't have problems. You have to.
What else you gonna say?
I ain't gonna lie.
What else you gonna say? Like what? Like what else you gonna say? Like,
nah, but you know why I asked that? Because I had somebody up here. I don't want to say their name. I like this person.
Yeah,
they was just like, yo, they are Crip. They was just like, yo, they gonna ask you if you Crip. You better tell them you Crip because if you don't, they gonna throw you in any cell and you gonna have to deal with that. But then I heard from other Crips you're not supposed to do that.
Yeah, you're not supposed to tell police.
You're not supposed to tell police none of that, bro.
That's not. Hell no.
Gotcha.
You're not supposed to do that.
I didn't want to like.
They're gonna know through your actions.
Yeah.
That's how we speak. It's a non-verbal. Yeah.
Not really. Because after you perform, that goes on your record.
Right.
I just
They're
feel
gonna
like
know what you is.
I just feel like, right? You gonna tell them like you Crip, and then they gonna throw you anywhere. They might throw you where you don't want to be. They can throw you where you feel me. Like it doesn't matter.
That would suck if I tell you.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Because remember, you got COs that's gangbang, that's gang members too, bro.
Yeah.
So some of them might be Crip and they ain't like, yo, cuz, I'm really that. Like, so you gotta know your lingo. You feel me? So that's how I tell the homeboys, like, you know, we in New York, so we have a certain way we speak, and we have a certain dialect that we use, like, and we could know for fraudulent. Cause how you even say certain things, if it don't come off your tongue a certain kind of way, cause he trying to get you, he trying to line you, you heard, bro? He playing like he Crip, but he really blood, like he fishing, you heard, bro? Yeah. So you gotta really pay attention. But you got COs that's Crip and blood, bro, and they'll do that to you on purpose. You feel me? Yeah. You got the Crip ones that'll be like, oh yeah, y'all blood is doing too much here, let me throw this blood in this Crip house and get him, yo, yeah. Then you got the ones that's blood, they don't give a they don't care about nothing. Yeah. Send that nigga over there, put him on a world tour. That's what they call a world tour, you on a wheel. Damn. You feel me? Let me see if he is who he say he is. You know what I mean? Yeah. So yeah, hell yeah.
Does that go against your I guess street code or something to be? Do y'all look at COs as cops or nah?
I mean, depending what's your angle. Like yeah, because everybody, not because you a gang member, that means you have to be a gang banger though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Okay. So it don't have to be like, okay, I'm blood, so I'm about to be, no, you can go get a job, bro. Go do something different. We all can't be doing the same shit. We might need each other one day. You might could get them pay stubs, so if, God forbid, one of us get locked up, you could bail us out. You could help us in certain ways. You know what I'm saying? So everybody don't gotta be a gang banger, guy. Like you could be in the gang and go get a job and do what you do. You don't have to do everything that you don't. It all depends on your big homie and what type of timing he on.
Gotcha. Fact. It's a Gucci to get a job, but from being in there, like if you like in there, a prisoner, inmate, we look at them like, yeah, that's police. Like, yeah, that's what we call them. Yeah,
Right.
police.
Even though he might be the cuz, but he police.
Like,
You heard, bro? Even though he might be blood, yeah, that's but he police. Like at the end of the day, but
gotcha. Is he trusted as much as you would trust someone who's not like?
I don't know.
Okay.
sometimes, depending on the situation.
Yeah, relationship.
Yeah,
Know them,
a relationship. We
whatever
got
y'all
real
feel.
ties, and it's like, I see. You know, it's conversation. You know what I'm saying? You gotta build. Once you start seeing, like, all right, he's sturdy.
Okay.
You could trust him on certain levels. You know, not everything though, because remember, he's still police at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So you gotta make sure he can't put his job in jeopardy.
Yeah.
And I ain't damn sure about to let him railroad me, because he go home every day. So it's quiet. I just, deal with them on a certain,
Gotcha. Now you said it's the ratio is kind of like 1 to 30.
1 to 20, 1 to 25. Like, it's a fact.
Dealing with that now. You're in there. You're in you said Kasaki, right?
Yeah, Kasaki, word, the cat.
Now, do you do the rest of your bid?
Nah, hell no. I went right back to the box and then caused a whole riot in the mess hall.
What?
For some Rikers Island. You know, everything follows you, gang. That's why I try to tell you, like, you be thinking, oh, nah, it's cool, I'm here, my man. No. You do certain they already plant their feet certain places, and when you get there, they already waiting on you.
Yeah.
Oh, boy did this to me, boy jumped me, boy shot me, boy cut me, boy stabbed me. His mans in them, you know what I'm saying? Violated me. They took all my food out my cell. Don't forget nothing, bro. So I had to blow up the mess hall. That's the easiest way to get up out of the spot.
Yeah. Did you kind of see it coming? Like,
Of course, because I'm not. You already. I know. I'm in the spot where it's probably like 3-4 other Crips. You know who's there. Cause tell you, yo, you got like 3-4 homies in here.
Yeah.
So I already knew what was going on. I just knew I just had to get up out of there.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't safe for me.
Gotcha. Now, to do 2.5 in there.
On the island.
On the island.
Right.
You go up top.
Yep. Wasn't green for like a month. Left that. Go to the cat. Got off a key block. I was on key block, which is like the box. I had to do like 6 months in the box. Mm-hmm. Go back to population. Blow that up. It's like the first week I got out of key block.
Yeah.
Blow that up. End up back in the box.
Yeah.
So I really never got a chance to really situate myself because I'm gangbanging.
Yeah.
You feel me? Right. Go back to the box. When I left there, I ended up going to Cayuga.
Gotcha.
Go to Cayuga box, do more time after I did what I did in the cat.
Yeah.
Went to Cayuga box, blew that up, stayed in the box for like another 6 months there too. They ended up sending me to Auburn.
Sorry for cutting you off. Just for the people who don't know what it means, like I know I've had people up here explain like, yo, I had to blow the spot. But for someone who's just a casual listener,
doesn't understand, blow the spot means I'm fighting, cutting, making it hot. I can't stay here.
Yeah.
Doing whatever you gotta do to get
besides telling.
Right,
yeah.
Besides
doing everything you gotta do besides talking to police.
Yeah.
So yeah, blowing the spot means it's up.
Something violent.
Violence, yeah. You fighting, jump, whatever, cutting, stabbing, whatever it takes to lead it.
Yeah. How long does the SEALs take to come?
Up north, they come a little quicker than Rikers Island. Rikers Island, they want to see something happen, so they'll be like, let me fight for a minute.
Yeah.
But up north, them, I ain't even gonna say because I don't, you know what I'm saying, the racial slurs, I'm not with it. So them people, they ain't playing that. They coming, you heard? Yeah. So it probably take like, because it happens so fast up north. Up north, you can't have a 60-second fight. It ain't happening.
Gotcha.
You heard? You got 10 seconds, 15 seconds to do what you gotta do before they come in. Maybe 20 the most.
Yeah. That might be alright for somebody who's out.
Yeah, but remember, just thinking about cutting you. Like,
yeah.
It's not really about the fighting. Because the you might be fighting might not be the that cut you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
See, up north it's a different strategy. Like the safety. Yo, it's crazy. Like you gotta know what's going on.
Gotcha.
You gotta be tapped into that. That's why I say it gotta be in you, not on you.
Yeah. So now you say you was in the box again.
Box again, facts.
Yeah. Now, closer to the end of your bid, right? Matter of fact, are you meeting anybody in there? Are you see like this?
Yeah, meeting the homeboys. You know, certain that I with. We all ended up in the same spot that we was on the island together. That we probably was in green with. That I was probably in the cat with.
Any rappers we know
that was locked up with me at the time?
Locked up with them, yeah.
Who was up north that I ran into? It was one from the Bronx. I think he ended up dying. I can't remember his name though. And the one from Queens, Trax. They call him Trav now. His daughter is the one that was with 4-1.
Oh, yes.
He was with me, Trav.
Yeah, okay.
Trav was with me, and the other one, Track, is never. He had the big mic on his arm like LL.
Okay,
he was there.
Gotcha. Wow.
Who else was locked up with me on the island? There was a lot going on. I think hold on. It's been so long, gang. I can't really you feel me, but. Yeah, it was Trav was with me. His daughter, she was with the 4-1. I don't know what happened with that situation, but shout out Trav. He should be on his way home too. Me and him was just together in the feds.
Gotcha.
Too. Word.
Gotcha. Now, when you coming home, are you kind of thinking like, yo, when I get home, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that? Are you kind of seeing the world change right in front of your eyes? What's
on which bed though? The same one we talking about?
The same one, that one right there.
Nah, I was still on board.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Yeah, I was still on board. I was coming home to. Yeah, it's that. Gotcha. Homeboys know like, oh yeah, that's him. He's him. Yeah, I was still on board. I was still lost for a minute.
Yeah. You know, before we move from this topic, I forgot to ask you, what age did you turn Crip?
You know the slogan in New York, we always been Crips since day one. That's a fact. Yeah, so with that, like 10, 11.
Wow.
Yeah, because remember my area was Crip. This whole was Crip, you feel me?
Yeah.
So big bros and that was out here, they was jacking it, but I stayed with them, but then I had to go find my own way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because like I said, the knowledge they was giving us out here, we was lost.
Okay.
So I had to really make sure, like, if I tap into something that I'm gonna be, putting my blood, sweat, and tears in, I gotta know the history and know what's going on. And that's where the 6-0 coming at.
Gotcha.
You gotta go back to the motherland, you feel me? Shout out them guys, Nate Boy, y'all know the vibes. 6-0.
So interestingly enough, you saying that you bring up the motherland. I had a rally on my platform maybe a couple of months ago.
Yeah, cuz funny as
yeah.
He's a funny.
We had a conversation. We was talking about one conversation, and he was kind of telling me. I think I asked him straight up, are you Crip? And he was kind of like, listen, man. When I went to Cali, I think he said he realized that certain Crips from either other states, but I think he was specifically speaking about New York.
Right.
He was like, they told him it's not real, it's not sanctioned, and things like that. That's what he was insinuating.
I mean, could I interject?
Absolutely.
You can't say shit ain't real if niggas is dying behind it, P.
Yeah.
That's real, right? If niggas is dying behind the shot, you gonna say it's not real. Maybe they don't have the okay to do what they doing, but it's not that it's fake.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They must ain't get stamped by the right people.
Yeah.
It's not that it's fake. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So just be sitting there just saying anything, or you go to Cali. Bro, listen. Cali is the same way. If you were real, you were real, bro. Nothing shades away from nothing, bro. You just gotta know what you into, and you gotta know what you're banging. You gotta know what you on. Yeah. That's it, but it can't be fake. Like, how is that fake, Pete? Tell me. If somebody's mother's crying behind it, and niggas is going to war behind it, how is it fake?
Yeah, it's real issues.
Niggas ain't get sanctioned the right way. That don't mean they fake. They could go take a trip, tap into the right people, and they back on the map being the same as they was when you were saying they was fake. So how was it fake?
Yeah.
I don't get that. Like, it's not like.
I think he was speaking more to that, like, yo, it's not sanctioned or whatever the case may be. But I do believe that particular fraction that he was talking about, I think they are. I'm not exactly sure. I'm not a Crip, so I can't really say yes, no, whatever the case may be. But yeah, that's the reason I asked that too, is because this is something I ain't gonna lie. Whenever I see a Cali person, I would love to know your opinion on this. Whenever I see a Cali gang member, if he's arguing with someone from New York and he get mad, you know when somebody kind of go for a low blow?
Right.
They always be like, you ain't even real, you ain't that, like that. That's kind of like their first go-to.
Because you got to understand, they're going back from how they grew up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They uncles, they mothers, they brothers, they sisters, they grandparents came up in it. So us coming from New York, we don't have that type of history they have. So of course they're gonna say, okay, y'all just fake, y'all just banging what we banging, y'all don't really know. You understand?
Yeah.
It's just a dialect of how they come, where they come from.
Yeah.
They bred into this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We learned it.
Gotcha.
So yeah, of course they're gonna always feel like New York. But if you tapped into the right people, you can't talk like that.
Yeah.
You talking about? Nigga, you tapped into the right people. The real happen everywhere, not just Cali, not just the A, not just, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Everywhere in New York got its own name and its own brand. Like, you know, this could die here too. Like, don't think it's that. It's just the day, age, and time changes. All these cameras and so much police. Like trust me, bro. If it wasn't that, a lot of us won't even be coming here without getting ran into. Trust me what I tell you.
Yeah.
This is a police state at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it could feel safe to talk from Cali and come here because they know they protected.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So don't play with it like this can't get next to you. It still happen even now. With all these cameras and police going on, it still happen. And to do something here, bro, you gotta have, bro.
Yeah, you gotta have some type of
yo,
heart,
bro,
man.
trust me, man. Trust me.
Or whenever I see things happen, I'm like, damn, you know how bold you gotta be to do it.
Come
out
on,
here?
bro. Like it's that, bro. It's that. So don't play with New York, bro, because you gotta really be one of the members that you don't know, bro. You gotta live here to know what's going on. So don't take nothing away from my city. My city really dangerous, you heard, bro? Dangerous.
Now,
Word. This was the backdoor city for real. I don't know what you know, but it's come through the front door. Facts. Like, don't ever play like that. Like, I hate when they be talking about New York or New York is sweet or New York is what? What's that name from Chicago that got shot in his head because he want to be talking crazy?
oh.
And now he in the feds crying like a little, bro, don't play with my city, bro, because you don't know. You got to know how to move here. Like, this is different here. Don't play with my city, bro.
Yeah. You know, I did, when he was coming out here doing.
Yeah, a little goofy. Like, he lucky he ain't running to the, like, boy, we would have stripped him.
You've been to Cali before.
Facts. Shout out to the 60s. You know what the going on around here, man. Shout out to the members, man. RSC, man, to the day that I die, man. You know what's going on.
What was your experience like when you went out there? Because
See, I'm tapped in for real though, P.
Yeah.
Like, you know, free Big U, free all the members, you heard, bro? Cause I don't, you know, RP Nip, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's that, like, it's that, you feel me? So I'm tapped in with the real ones, the face of it, not the, oh, yo, no. I'm tapped into the members, the ones that's really that. So, yeah. So, they showed me a lot of love when I was out there.
Okay.
Yeah, every time. Free kills, too. Yeah, word. Free kills.
Talking about Big U, I heard y'all got a relationship. You and Big U have a relationship. What were your thoughts when you start hearing people say, you know, because I just heard you say, rest in peace, Nip, free Big U. What was your thoughts when you hear people saying, Big U got something to do with that?
Bro, listen, man, mind your business. If you don't know what's going on, we not there, right? It's just all speculation at the end of the day, right?
Yeah.
And it's always going, you know, I'm like a Big U right here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I know the backlash that come with being an aggressor, being the face, being in everything. I know the backlash that come with it, but that don't mean that you don't got a good heart.
Yeah.
We the ones that get backlash the most because we be the ones that be silent. Cause we too street to talk about certain. Yeah. So look at us like they gonna listen to everything that they hear. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You just going, oh yeah, this person said this and that. You're gonna listen to that because I'm not saying nothing. Yeah. Because I can't say nothing because I'm really a part of the environment. You know what I'm saying? I still live by these codes. I still live by these principles. I still live by, you know what I'm saying? So you can't just say, okay, he got something to do with that. Nobody knows. If it come out, it come out. Then hey, whatever. I don't got, you know what I'm saying? That's not my business, bro. That's above my pay grade. You're bro, gonna be honest. That's above my pay grade. So it's like I don't got nothing to do with that. You know what I'm saying? Like RP Nip though, because that was really my brother. You know what I'm saying? So it's that for me. So Big U, that's Big Bro. That's Unc at the end of the day. So I ain't going against the program, gang. I'm not. I could never go against the program. It is what it is. I don't know what happened. I can't tell you what happened. That's not my business.
Yeah, got it.
You know what I mean? I just know when them guys come here, they call me. When I go there, I call them. We link, we tap in, we check in, we do what we supposed to do. We move around the city as we should, and that's that.
Yeah, I'm glad you said check in. That would be my next kind of like a segue into that conversation. There's so many talks about checking in Cali. It seems like that's a big thing, but you have a lot of New Yorkers who kind of feel like that's not a thing.
Cause niggas be nobodies, gang. You gotta really understand. Niggas be nobodies, right? My thing is, why would you not want to check in? That's what I'm asking you that question, P. Why would you not want to check in? And it's not even about checking in. We call it tapping in.
Yeah.
Why would you not want to tap in with real members? If you say you from this, if you say this is what you into, this is the life that you in. Yeah. Why would you not want to go see how them people is living? Why would you not want to go see for yourself what's going on?
Yeah, I think if I'm speaking for the people who feel like they don't want to do it, they feel like there's an extortion attached to checking in.
Then you not who you say you is. If you feel like you're getting extorted, then you're not a real.
Yeah.
But if you coming through with the bag and you him and you could help, why not help them people's situation, bro? It's not about extortion. It's about making sure you good. It's about, you can't fly with Poe.
Yeah.
Am I bugging here?
Yeah, no,
when you touch down, they already Poe. They already situated.
You gotta, bro, we in the streets, right?
Yeah.
So you think I'm about to drive from New York to Cali with a pole in the car? Like, how long it take to get to Cali? Like what, 24 hours?
More than that? Yeah.
Days, probably
like 2 days?
Yeah, probably.
You think I'm, who's doing that?
Yeah.
You can't fly?
Yeah.
TSA ain't going?
At all.
What we talking about here?
Yeah.
It's not like, nigga, it's not extortion, gang. It's about showing honorable respect to them honorable people. They lost a lot of members behind their families. Like, what we talking about? We on nation, we banging nation. Why would you not want to, you know what I'm saying? Help if you could. If you got the funds too, why would you not? Like, I don't understand that. Like, you just gotta be, it's a mental game, bro. I don't know.
Yeah. It's I think it's just the ego a lot of us have.
Right, ego.
Too. Like, it's kind of like, cause you seen some videos of Big U kind of like, you know, y'all better check in, or if you ain't.
But listen, if you a real member though, right?
It feels like a threat, like almost.
Think about it though, P.
Better, or if not, you know.
Think about it though, P. If you a real member, you think them kind of that apply to you?
Exactly. You're right.
It don't apply to you.
Let it fly.
If you a real member, it don't apply to you.
Yeah.
If you stand on business, it don't apply to you. Yeah. It don't. If you a goofy and you portraying to be something that you're not, it's gonna tax you.
Yeah.
Why not? What you talking about? Come here, we taxing them too. What you talking about?
Yeah.
But you gotta be a real member. That don't apply to you. You know, we get crazy. You know, put the nigga, what's what? Please, man. You know, we still involved, man.
You brought up Nipsey before. What was his influence to you?
God, you speak.
Everything.
I feel like Nip was a big influence. Like, he put this shit on the map, because once he went up, for me, he was trying to, it was like a bigger picture to everything going on. Like, he's really the face. He was, in a sense, like, he was the face. For me, he was really up there on the level. For me, so I feel like he really influenced a lot of the 6-0 stuff going on, like, nowadays. Yeah, I feel like he influenced a lot.
Even the entrepreneur, like, he influenced that. Like, cut the middleman. Be proud to pay. You know what I'm saying? No middleman. You feel me? So he influenced. Like, own all your rights. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Brand yourself. You become your statue and push your narrative. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So Nip definitely all money in. Yeah, that's a fact. He definitely. You know, it's the pivotal point of, you know, own your catalog.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So definitely jack that. Yeah. Cause Jay-Z was pushing that. Yeah. Remember, Jay-Z is an older brand. Yeah. Now you got Nip that's, you know, like reincarnated Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? So the younger is kind of like gravitated more to Nip. Mm-hmm. But he was definitely speaking what was right though. You heard?
Yeah. You know, I remember when he does the video for. I think the song was called Rap.
Yeah, Rap. That's a fact.
Yeah. I remember he does it in New York. I see so many, like it was.
There were so many clips, and I was damn near in every clip. The only clip I wasn't in was when they was on the boat.
Gotcha.
Right? So we was in the Hamptons, I was there. Yeah,
fine.
When he came down driving Eastern Parkway, I was in Jersey, because I was living in Jersey at the time.
Okay.
And Big U called me. yo, nephew, where you at? I'm like, I'm in the crib. Yeah, all right, well, we here. Like, jumped in my car, did like 70, 80, come down here. Cause when I'm like, where y'all at? He like, we somewhere. He ain't know where he was at. I'm like, Unc, you in the wrong hood.
Yeah.
Right? Swear to God, this how this went. Unc, you in the wrong hood. Ask him. Free him when he free. You ever get a chance to interview him? Ask him. Listen, you in the wrong hood. I'm on my way. He was in Sally's with Pop and them.
Gotcha.
I'm like, all right. But he had a few ties with that's connected to Pop.
Gotcha.
So I don't blame him. So when you ask me about when you know the A train, the 6, so this is, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, Unc called me. Yo, where you at? But before Unc called me, Kills called me, Free Kills, big bro, he called me. Yo, cuz, you need to hurry up and get back to Brooklyn. I'm like, what happened? Yo, go on your gram. I go on my gram. I see nipping them in the Ferraris, 2 of them back to back, right? I'm like, oh, they driving down Eastern Parkway. He like, yeah, you need to hurry up and get to the hood, they out here. I'm like, why Unc ain't called me? He got my number himself. Then he called. While I'm talking to my big bro, Unc called me.
Gotcha.
I clicked over, I joined the call. All right, yo, bro, I'm coming right now. I'll be there in like, give me like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, I'm in Newark, right? So I had to go through the Holland. Once I hit the city, you know, that breeze right through all these cameras and what they call these, taking pictures wasn't that. So
you flying.
I'm flying. I went right to Sally's, packed them up. Yo, come on, pack this up. We gotta go. You in the wrong hood. Yeah. Exactly how that went. Yeah. Act right. He from down there. So, you know, shout out to my boy Act Right. You feel me? So he know what's going on.
Yeah. Did they feel away? And not to start.
Nah, it's me. 6-0. How could they feel away? Y'all got my homie where he ain't supposed to be. Y'all with, and not to even say it like that. Y'all mess with that he ain't supposed to be around.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
Did they I remember this is not you saying this is something I heard. I guess when Ned and them was out there, they didn't really want A-Trace in the video.
This is what I'm trying to tell you. Prior to them being where they was at, certain G-Stone with A-Trace.
Yes, yeah.
Right? So I didn't want my son being in the wrong position to try to, you know, make it look bad. You feel me? So, you know, even though certain that was there probably wouldn't allow it, but you never know, P. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. For clout and perception, you feel me? So I had to hurry up and get there and pack that whole sprinters. It was like 3 sprinters. Pack this shit up. That's exactly how you pack up.
A lot of block look like a movie.
You're right. Yeah, and that's how that went.
Gotcha.
Pack this up. Y'all in the wrong place. Let's go over here. Where's, you know what I'm saying?
Gotcha. Wow. What was it kind of like when he passed away? What was that like?
Man, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Nip was a real down to earth gang. Like, Nip was really one of the members. Like, he don't care how big, small, little. You know what I'm saying? He don't deal with no egos, bro. Like he really one of them street. Like, you know what I'm saying? But he's so corporate that he gotta keep it classy. You know what I'm saying? But bro was down to earth. You know what I'm saying? That's when I was smoking weed. I was glad I got to smoke with bro. Me and bro got to chop it up. Like that was like a blessing. When he died with him on, I cried behind that. Yeah. I shed a tear behind that gang. I ain't gonna lie, son. Cause I was with him. A couple, like he died in what was it, like November? He died in November.
No, I think in March. I think March 2019. Like March
2019, right? So he was with us 3 months before he died.
Yeah.
He was just here. He shot the video here, like probably what in October, September, October, maybe so. Going into November around that time. Yeah. And then after he shot the video, he flew back here and came here, and I was with him in the studio in the city. Yeah. So I was just with him like less than 60 days. Yeah. And then he passed. You feel me, bro? So yeah, that shit was crazy. Yeah. RP, bro, man. Bro was really one of them, bro. Like that ass. Like no fanned out shit, because I was never a fan. That's why you don't see no pictures. And I got the pictures. Yeah. I got pictures with me and him. I got him signing his own all money in hats with all his initials under it. I probably could, you know what I'm saying, put that up for auction or something, but I'm not. You feel me, bro? Yeah. Bro really took the time and invited me everywhere he wanted me at. Yeah. So I ain't like, nah, I don't chase clout. Yeah. That's just me. I don't chase clout.
Now you had a real relationship.
Right. So you know you don't do that, because you can't be a fan around certain bro. niggas watch that.
Gotcha.
Like, I'm gonna give y'all young something, or you get around certain rappers, you want to take pictures with them all the time, they're gonna look at you as a goofy. Yeah. Especially if they real street, they not going for that. They tell you, bro, put that phone away. We're not doing that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's real going on in the midst of all this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You know, us kind of piggybacking off the whole video, the 8 trays and everything. We know in Cali, 8 trays, 6-0s, they done been worn for years.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Probably over 40 years.
At least a pound.
Yeah. In New York, you'll see some 8 trays chill with 6-0s and everything. But it seemed as if like at some point, matter of fact, I think there's a song, you know, where they're kind of shouting one another out.
I mean, I was on the song. Yeah. I had a verse on the song.
Now, how does it go from there to where?
I mean, it's like this, right? They grew up with each other, right? Before the gang, before like certain just pick their sides, whatever, right? And that's all right. Everybody not gonna be the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Everybody feel like they are alpha male in their own situation. You feel me, bro? So we can't never say, okay, why would you do that and we do this? Like, it's just how it happened to work out. You know what I'm saying? I stood on what I stood on because I actually went where I like what I like. Half these niggas that's claiming that they claiming never been there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They never seen the members. They met these through Instagram. A lot of turned Crip through Instagram. Yeah. And made ties with through Instagram. I had real ties before all that. Yeah. You dig what I'm trying to show you? So now it's like when the problem started, it was like I try to keep it cordial. Certain one of them try to keep it cordial, but just act like they like the you know the epitome of Crip. Like they like we made in all reality. If you want to go back to the history, but I'm not here for that. You heard, bro? But we not gonna play like that. You know what I'm saying? So when a situation became a situation, it just got too big-headed. Yeah. And that's just all it was. We had to just separate the two. But we wasn't trying to go by what Cali was doing, even though we know that's law. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But we didn't want to, we from New York, we from a different place, so we want to treat it as such. You feel me, bro? Gotcha. But these just get big-headed, and they feel their own self, and they forget that ain't no action without no reaction, gang. Yeah. And that's just what it is. And that's the best way to sum it up for you.
Yeah.
Right.
In the beginning, because like you said before, your name is a name that there's value to it, you know, from all over. When y'all do the song, was there any backlash received?
Of course. Hell yeah. Think I ain't get it because I'm who I am? Called me. Them guys called me, yo, cuz. I'm like, yo, cuz, don't even watch that. Yeah, bro, that's what we doing out here, but just know it's always that though. But you know, New York, don't watch that. Yeah. They respected it, you heard, bro? Simple, because I'm a man at the end of the day. Yeah. And if they want your cuz, you gotta fly out. Fly out. Yeah. Yeah. You gotta hit the Thunderdome. I heard that. I got you. Coming. Yeah. But it was never that, because they respect my genuinely. They know I'm a real member. Yeah. It ain't that.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know about them. I can't tell you what they went through. I'm just telling you what I went through, you heard?
Yeah. Was it because we all grow up, we have friends. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, sometimes friendships, because of the route people took, turns into enemies. Right. Is there anybody that you look back and you're kind of like, damn, man, you really was a good friend? Like I really.
I mean, yeah, sometimes, but man, we in too deep, man. So at the end of the day, man, it's just me and my brothers, man. These man, I don't care about these. But at one point, like I said, free rails, we ain't giving up no details, so it's that. But yeah, of course, you know, as a man, you know, it ain't cold, it ain't shallow, but you know this make you demonic once again, bro. So yeah, it make you numb to this shit, but fuck them though. Yeah. It's me and my guys, man. It's only us in this white man world, man. You know what's going on, man. RSC to the day I die, man. 6-0 GL to be exact, man. Don't get it twisted. Facts.
I remember I used to see Sheff G in the videos. You know what I'm saying?
That man right there, man, that was their savior, man.
Yeah.
That's you see what you was there when he said, yeah, that was my babies. You heard it, right? Yeah. But nah, shout out to Sheff and the man. Ain't no beef with them. It could never be beef with them because you know it was really around us. So we don't.
Yeah.
Nah, I ain't never know. And shout outs to him because you know he took a, you know, that's my baby right there. That's my little. That's he. You heard so. However you feel, I'll go with him. However you feel, wrong, right, indifference is that. Like it's my boy. Never gonna go against him. But he the one that kind of like sheltered the bro. Yeah, and they need to thank him too, because if it wasn't for him, it wouldn't even be all that. So at the end of the day, yeah, shout out Primo. That nigga know what's going on.
Gotcha. Let's kind of get into now meat and bones. You know, y'all do the song together.
Once again, all come from him, gang. Because he's younger than me, right? So he was playing the block more than I was. I was already, I'm all over the place. You know what I'm saying? He created the whole atmosphere to, this where Bonez coming at.
Yeah, so Bonez, you've been quiet. You've been a little quiet. So this is where I want you to tell the story. You know, like what is it like meeting Get Lo, doing that song? It's Trip to the 60s.
That's a fact.
Right now it's at like over $500,000.
Yeah,
right.
Something calm.
So talk to us about kind of meeting one another and putting that song together.
I ain't gonna lie, that whole.
And it's crazy, not to cut you off, right? Them niggas was in the stew. Sheff was with us in the stew when we did that song, right?
We did that song, but I think everybody went to the
Everybody, we all went to the same recording studio, huh?
Nah, yeah, I ain't gonna front. That whole experience was just like, it was crazy. I ain't gonna lie. It was unexpected, I should say. For me, it was unexpected, but I ain't gonna lie. That right there, you feel me? You never know. That's why people say you never know what happened. You feel me? That song right there did nothing. I didn't even know it was gonna get like that.
Word, me neither. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. Did y'all like the record when y'all did it?
Loved it.
Yeah,
so to this day, that's still one of my favorite records. It's just certain things were so organic. You can't rush greatness. You heard P? Like if you understand what I'm saying, like because now I be getting the feedback. We need a part 2. We need to, even him be telling me, yo, cuz we gotta give him a part. He been telling me this shit for the past 3 years. Like, yo, cuz even when I went to jail and I came home, he like, yo, cuz we gotta do another. I'm like, yo, cuz you sure you want to still be on this wave? Like this drill shit is like we have to like rebrand ourselves because it's dying out for real.
Yeah.
So I want to know if you could do real music and. My little son talented, bro. Shout out to Bonez, bro. Bonez talented, bro. Like, they know, like, you feel me? So it's like, I be asking them, like, yo, cuz, we gotta let's just do good music. Like, you know what I'm saying? Recreate and rebrand ourselves, because we can't get caught in that. That was 7, 8 years ago, right? How long ago was that?
2017.
Right, so like, come on.
Yeah, damn near 8 years ago.
Right, like, we can't keep, like, it's like living the same way. Like who want to keep living the same way, bro? Like, come on, you gotta overstep.
That's how it started, though. You can't forget how it started.
No, you right. You can't. But at the same sense, you see what's going on.
Nah, yeah, for sure.
And we really living.
Not for me. I'm just saying we gotta tell the people that's how it started.
Right. All right. So come on, let's do it then.
How about the people keep saying we want a part 2, we want a part 2. Would you ever give it to them?
Yeah, hell yeah. But it gotta be organic, gang. Okay. I don't like that's rushed. Like
I feel like part 2 as in y'all could get another feature, like another feature. I wouldn't probably not another part 2 to that.
Right. Put somebody else on it type shit, right? Yeah. You mean? That's what you mean?
Nah, like not even another
so
Trip to the 60s. Like we could get another feature. Like me and you could have another banger. Like we can make another banger.
Oh, okay.
Not another Trip to the 60s.
Yeah, because some things you just gotta leave where it's at. You know what I'm saying? You gotta leave certain shit where it's at, P. Like that's just how I feel. Like certain things ain't meant to be recreated again. Because sometimes it's already that, and then you will spoil the brand by even. What if the second one don't be as hot as the first one?
Yeah. I get it. It's like having a movie and then they make a sequel.
Yeah,
trash.
Yeah, it's trash.
But I don't know. I feel like it was such a big record and people.
Yo, bro, that shit was getting played in Germany, bro. I had calling me, yo, bro. I'm like, yo, Bonez, look at this.
Good record. I ain't gonna. I was looking at the stats. That was a good record.
Shout out to what's Axel? Yeah, man, Axel, man. Like word. Don't give boy his credit, man. A lot of niggas stole boy swag, man. A lot of niggas stole a lot of shit from bro, but bro was the one who pioneered the drill beats and did his thing with that shit, Word.
Yeah, Axel did a lot.
Yeah, they did a lot, bro. Word. So shout him out, bro. Shout out Axel. You hear this, you see this, you already know, man. Mr. Trip to the 60s himself, man. Word.
Absolutely. Bonez, talk to us a little bit about where you've been, how things have been with you, and what are some of the things you have planned for the future musically.
I've been chilling, honestly.
Turn up on these, gang. You be too
chilling.
quiet.
Nah, facts. I have been quiet. For me, I've been chilling, honestly, though. But I ain't gonna front. I'm about to go crazy for the summer. I got some unreleased in the cut. If you know, you know, though. But
yeah,
unreleased for the guys. My son Kush right here is super nice with it. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all right here. This right here, like, Kush is nice. I ain't gonna front. But for the summer, we gonna turn it up for y'all one time.
And we coming, we changing it up, gang. I need y'all to understand. We not about to be doing all this shoot 'em up, bang, bang.
We versatile.
We about to start doing songs for the ladies, gang, like for real, cause all this tough guy, all this testosterone is running around with, bro, kill it.
I got some crazy shit for the ladies.
Word, we not about to be doing all this.
They
you know what I'm saying?
Tap in with the game. That's it.
Gotcha.
Shit, bro. Like, we switching it up. So for the fans and the trolls that be sitting there talking about, oh y'all making this boring music, bro. We trying to venture into a whole nother category, into a whole nother genre of music, bro. We not trying to be stuck with this drill. Cause I don't even like listening to that shit all the time. Yeah. I'm gonna be honest, bro. I don't. You feel me? So
overwhelming at some point.
Yeah, it get boring, bro. Like it's like what? I lived this already. So it's like, what I'm gonna keep going backwards, bro? Yeah. At the end of the day, so y'all want me go spin, do something, go in the studio, talk about it. NYPD come grab me, lock me up, go to jail. What y'all gonna do for me when I go to jail? I got kids to live for. So what y'all gonna do? Y'all gonna be the ones that y'all gonna send me commissary? Y'all gonna pay my lawyer? Y'all gonna like what? Like y'all just want y'all as fans. I'm not bashing y'all. I'm not. It's just like yo, bro. A nigga ain't about to trick us like a got real life situations going on out here. So we not doing that. So I'm not falling victim to that drill, trick me out my spot, and go talk about it on wax. I'm good.
Gotcha.
It's quiet.
Gotcha.
Real niggas stay silent about a lot of shit. We not doing that.
I ain't doing that. You feel me? Like me when I rap, I talk in like, if you know, you know. Mm-hmm. I'm not about to say, yo, this person, name it. I'm not doing it.
I'm not doing that, bro. It's quiet for that, bro. That's federal.
How do y'all feel about the state of New York music right now and where it's come, like from when y'all was doing drill to it done went to the Bronx, Harlem.
It's gospel, gang. You don't see what's going on right now? Gospel, gang.
What you mean?
But what I mean is, bro, real life experience, bro. Talking about their real life experience, even if they put it in the choir form, bro. Like, look at Kaki Kai, bro.
Oh yeah.
Look at what he got going on, bro. The drill is dying out. I don't care how it feel, bro. I don't care. You could die. It's dead, bro.
Yeah.
It's dead. You gotta make real music so the people can feel it and relate to, bro.
You gotta be nice.
You gotta be able to catch chills. If you can't catch chills off your song, you just not in the right position, bro. Yeah. That's it. And I'm gonna be honest with you. It's going gospel, but not gospel on some church. It's just the cadence.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To the music is look at Friday. Look at me. Yeah. Me came back off of that. Counted boy out.
Yeah. So
you see what I'm trying to show you? Yeah. It's that. Like they gotta. It's people gotta feel your pain. If they don't feel your music, it's quiet, bro.
Gotcha.
The cadence is crazy. You gotta harmonize now. Like it's different.
Yeah, there's a lot of like it's melodic.
Yeah, melodic.
Little Dirk is kind of
right,
that too.
Right. Look at Dirk. Free Dirk too, man. Love Dirk out here, man. Like the voice. Even though I know you felt like you stole my. It's been in my bio since Instagram started. I had Instagram since 2012. That been in there. The voice. But that's my boy though. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's my boy. Free Schmirk. R.I.P. Vaughn, word.
You know
Free Mellow while we at it too, man.
Oh,
Free Mellow, man. Word. Mellow need to. Yo, Primo, what's up with Mellow?
Nah, I was cutting home. Yeah.
All right.
Gotcha. You know, a lot of people in New York, when we think about New York, right? We think about the Fabios, all these people, they're heavy on, like, they're completely against the folks. Well, GDs in particular. You know what I'm saying?
So how you want me to do this, Pete? I can let the young answer it, and I can let the, you know.
I think I would like to hear your perspective, and then I want to hear their perspective too, because there's two sides. You know what I'm saying?
It's always two sides, to right? So it's that.
So
how do I feel about it?
Yeah, like because when I watch the video,
spice the shit. It's still GDK. What the fuck going on? It's that. I don't give a fuck about none of that. What I said is that. How I feel, because my young feel like that. So they had static with the so by all rights, I'm involved.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's just me. And it's not for the camera.
Yeah.
Because it's still some of the I know personally.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Shout outs to them too. I know the real ones personally, like ones I fuck with personally. But overall, yeah, it's that. Like for me, I don't know about it.
Yeah. There was a time everybody was kind of cool.
Yeah, and I was there.
Well, that's
that able.
I was there.
Yeah. So you grew up in those times.
Yeah.
Like, what was that? What was those moments?
It was love. It was love then. It was love then. But listen, man. Like I always say, it ain't always. When they make they statements and they gestures and they talk about a whole, they not segregating nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not a separation as far as like, okay, we're not talking about these set of, because it'd be funny to look goofy on camera.
Yeah.
You know that, right, P?
Yeah.
So they don't ever want to act like if I separate these, it make us look a certain kind of way.
Yeah.
Which is corny.
Yeah.
If real niggas is real niggas, it's okay to say, yo, bro, I ain't talking about such and such, such and such, such and such. But I'm talking about such and such and such and such.
Gotcha.
So we know where to keep the problem at.
Yeah.
When you make it a whole, when y'all talking about, yo, these Crips and all that, and like, you're not saying them that you beefing with. You saying everybody as a whole. Yeah. So I'm gonna intercept it as saying everybody as a whole, so it's still you on hood.
Yeah.
That's it.
Was there, now for the people that you do know and all that, like,
they understand.
Gotcha.
There ain't nothing more to it.
Yeah, that was gonna be the question.
Simple.
Yeah.
Like, the ones that understand, they know. But other than that, for the majority that, you know, that don't want to separate when they talking they when they get on these cameras and act like, oh, nah, we beefing with the trend or we beefing with the Stones, and they don't want to separate and say, yo, nah, it's not all of them, it's just these.
Yeah.
You never hear that though, P.
Yeah.
Be honest though.
Nah.
Do you? Or behind when the camera is off?
Probably off camera, yeah.
All right.
You know, I
don't respect it neither,
here's
though.
what I'll say. I do realize, though, it's hard for people to explain themselves. They feel like explaining themselves make them look soft.
Why? If you a man,
It's
you a man, gang. It's okay. You don't need to have beef with everybody, bro.
Yeah.
Because since it be happening, you don't even understand why it's happening. Because you don't know how to separate the difference, bro. You got to separate that.
Yeah.
That don't make you. That make you smart.
Yeah.
Because now you can know where your is coming from.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's a fact.
Do it make sense or am I bugging?
Nah, that's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. So even, you know, I guess Bonez, you know, that this was Get Lo's experience and how he feels, but for you, I guess that's more like your age group or you experienced it more a little bit.
Right.
Yeah.
So
I would say that.
What was that like for you and why, and was there any friends you had on that side or no?
I mean, I know a couple of them. I wouldn't say I had any friends. Like, I know a couple of them now, you feel me? But I just feel like people who be saying GDK don't, like, I really had problems with GD, you feel me? People who were really GD. So, you feel me? I really got into real life altercations, like fist fights, like, feel me? They tried to jump me, I've been mad. You feel me? I done had situations with them type of people. So, it's just like, I know why I'm saying GDK. I can't speak for others. Feel me? Like,
right.
Feel me? Like, I'm sure Cuz could say the same thing. He probably has certain situations with certain people. I'm not just yelling GDK just to be on some clout or like just saying this shit. I didn't really, you feel me? Like,
yeah, gotcha. Did it make?
How you feel, Kush?
Yeah.
Me personally, I got a couple GD that I actually fuck with. I ain't gonna lie, you feel me? Like, come like you said, some of them times where we was actually
right.
You feel me? So it's like, me personally, this is GDK, you know that, you feel me? Because like, get deeper than what to talk about. But I still fuck with a couple of them, the man them though, you feel me? That's all.
The real ones, the ones that actually know what's going on. Not the goofies that just tag alongs and.
Because a lot of people, I ain't gonna lie, a lot of people just get on and be bandwagon like, yo, GDK, and
Right, for
never did nothing to a GDK.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
that's what I'm saying.
So it's like, I don't really be on that. You know, on my videos, I don't be GD because we really had situations with GDs.
Yeah.
A lot of people just be, oh, GDK is lit. You feel me?
There
Never
no
did
nothing
to a
about
GD.
nothing.
That's why I be looking at the niggas from the Bronx when they be dropping rakes. I'm like,
It's not even no
GDs in the,
over
like, how y'all doing that? Like, you feel me, bro? So,
that's crazy.
One last question with that, and fine, you can answer.
Right.
One, don't. It's up to you. Did that kind of stem off the 8 trays, and then y'all kind of got pulled into the mix because y'all were cool with them?
no, because it's never separated though, P. That's why I just told you they never separated the problem.
When they say it's like, a nigga gonna be like them, like I said, them Crips. Not saying them 8 trays.
Right.
Say
Right.
Saying Crips, and when you saying
You talking as a whole.
yeah, you saying every set. You not saying, you feel me? Who you beefing with? Yeah,
Right.
you know what I'm saying. So now it's Crip, I GDK.
So it's not piggybacking off them niggas. If you actually look at it, it's like, how can we piggyback off them niggas and then we into it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, gotcha.
So it's like, we not, like, ain't no saviors here.
Yeah.
Do what y'all do, we gonna do what we do, and we gonna
Come in.
roll how we roll. 6-0.
Gotcha. You know, I know we getting towards the end. Before we close out, I know you mentioned do you have one child or more? 3. Okay. What was it like becoming a father? Because you know sometimes fatherhood slows you down a little bit.
Yeah, or it turns you up a lot. So it go both ways.
What was it for you?
Mine turned me up a lot.
Yeah.
Did it slow me down? Yeah. In certain aspects of my life, it slowed me down. You heard, P? Because now I got to think about their safety. I got to think about them. I got to think about not leaving them alone. I got to think about not trying to catch 25 to life in jail and let another try to take care of my kids and mistreat them and do certain. So yeah, at that point I only got girls at the end of the day. I don't got no boys. You feel me, bro? Now I hope praying one day I could, you know what I mean? God will bless me with a boy. But until that time come, I got girls and they very attached, you heard, bro? So you already know the vibe. Shout out Lulu, shout out Lala, shout out Rain. That's as far as it goes, you heard, bro? So it's that, you know what I'm saying? So far as my babies go, I just make sure I'm near on everything. They call, I'm answering, they need whatever is there. No, y'all gotta wait. I don't even play like that with them, you heard, bro? So if he's out here taking care of and you can't take care of your kids, you're goofy. So it's just that, like, they ain't asked to be here, you heard, P?
Absolutely.
So it's like, whatever they call for, whatever it is, if I down to my last, I'm gonna make sure they get what they supposed to get, and that's it. You heard, bro? And I'm in their life, I'm there, I'm participating in everything, going to school, outings, learning, teaching, whatever it gotta do with, I'm there. Any function that have to do with the kids, I'm there. I would never want them to say, I don't know where daddy at, or daddy was never there, so I'm afraid of that.
Gotcha.
You know, as kids get older, they'll tell you about yourself if you don't do the right thing now that they're young. Because if you wait till they get older, then you're gonna feel disturbed. So I don't want that.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? Bro got a daughter too, so
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
So yeah, what are some pros and cons you learned about yourself?
That I love. The pros is I love, and I love who I love, and I'm gonna die by that. I'm gonna die by anybody I love, especially my kids. I ain't gonna lie, I don't went to jail for free. So if you play with my kids, I'm going. I don't listen, P. That shit is ain't even meant to even talk about. You know, like, you feel me? The cons is just me not trick myself out my own situation. You heard, bro?
Yeah.
That's look, true word on my life. My daughter calling me right now. Bonez, get my phone for me. I swear to God, look, she's calling me right now, the big one. The first one is calling me right now as we speak, look. Yeah. Lulu, what's up, baby?
Hey, Daddy.
How you doing?
Good.
Look, I got this going on. I'm gonna call you right back. I'm in front of the camera. I'm doing an interview, okay? Daddy will call you back. You wanna say hi to the... I'm doing an interview. You wanna talk, you wanna say hi to the camera? Or you shy, you don't like that, right? I know you do. All right, so I'll call you back when I'm done.
Okay.
All right, love you.
Okay, love you.
See what I'm saying? Like, you see that, right? So you can't, like, you can sit there and cap and lie. You can't. It's written, gang. It's written.
Yeah.
It's already written.
That's what's up.
Bro, shout out to my big baby, though, man.
Yeah.
She just called in. I ain't text her. I didn't have my phone in my hand.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right, Pete?
Genuine.
Genuine is that. When you're a real dad, it just works out like that.
Absolutely. You push you have kids?
Yeah, I got one daughter.
Okay.
Yeah,
Man, I got a lot of girls, man.
Yeah. That's that dark skin. That's that dark skin. I'll let you brown, but what? What you to it?
Yeah, and what was your experience like fatherhood? And the reason why I ask these questions is because I think we could talk about all the other topics, but it's nice to show people this side of people as well, like your fatherhood, being a responsible person, connecting with the world in a different way. You know what I'm saying? So, what was your experience? Becoming a father, becoming a dad. What was that like for you?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. It was like, even from being in the room, you feel me? Like when the whole process was going on like that, it was crazy for me. Like you heard cuz say he got, you feel me? He got 3.
Yeah.
I got 1, so it's like it really bust my head, and it's like to see her grow up. Now she talking all that. She mad big. She's running. We just took her to the park the other day.
Yeah.
She running around. She mad big. She talking. She like, oh, fire truck.
Be lit though.
I'm
There's
like,
a transition. Wow.
That's when it gets real, when they start talking. My son's like, when they start talking, it's like, damn.
So that's your first son, Pete?
Yeah.
Oh, you got lucky. You caught a.
Yeah.
I love my girls to death, so I don't.
like she can't. It's nothing she can't call me for.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't care if I don't got it. I gotta get it. I'm not trying to tell her nah, I don't got
Nah,
it.
they don't understand
You
that.
feel me? Like nah.
Figure it out.
Yeah, they don't understand that, Pete. They ain't not supposed to feel what we feel. You feel me, gang? Like I ain't gonna lie. Jim said it the best, and I ain't gonna front. Shout out Jim for this one. Jim Jones, I'm talking about, when he had that interview on the Breakfast Club, and he said, yo, I guess he was talking about his wife, but he probably was talking about his whole family. You feel me? He's like, yo, when it's down, it's down, but when it's that, it's Christian Dior every day, it's Chanel every day. You feel me, bro? And I jacked that because at the end of the day, he said, yo, my kids ain't supposed to feel what I felt. They ain't supposed to feel, ain't no nose. So even if I gotta get it from the streets and give them what I gotta give them, that's what we doing. We not doing that. Ain't no nose. Ain't no ain't no waiting.
Yeah.
So shout out Jim on that, cause that right there, I felt that. Jim, you heard, bro? Word, I felt that.
Gotcha.
You did that. Word.
Gotcha. Before we close out, is there anything you would want to leave your fans with, leave the people with before we close out?
Tap in, man. Follow my Instagram. Y'all know the vibe. The Real 60. Tap into that iTunes too, son. Bonez with a Z. Y'all know the vibe.
Absolutely.
Instagram.
Yeah, the Real 60. I said it.
Okay.
Facts, like piggybacking off of Bonez, man. Tap in, man. Stop putting us in a box. We not in a box, gang. Like, we good in every aspect. We make any kind of music you want to make. It ain't about no drill, none of that. We make real music, and that's what we on right now. So we just want the real people, the real supporters, I don't call people fans, because a fan is supposed to be in a cylinder. I don't know what that is. So at the end of the day, if you a real supporter, bro, tap in. Stop listening to these who be lying, because they don't have no street cred. You heard, bro? Every that came to my hood that I called for interview, music, whatever, they pull up to my hood. A lot of you lost y'all hood. Y'all don't have no turf. Y'all can't bring nowhere because y'all ain't them niggas. Pete, where you at right now?
I mean,
Where what? Where who was at?
Nipsey was
Exactly. We in the same location where Nipsey was at, bro. So just understand what the going on. It's really that. You heard, bro? Just tap into the real ones, and that's it.
That's a fact, man. Kush_menace, for me, on the gram. Just tap into the game, for me. Tap into the guys. This is genuine people. I don't know what anybody heard here and there, you feel me? Like, tapping with real guys, because I see at the end of the day, it's a lot of fake people out here that be going up. Like, y'all don't even know. For me, you gotta come tapping with
Right, for real.
genuine people. Like, call it, not part of my language, like, excuse all the gang banging in this street. Like, you feel me? Like,
We want to make it out too, P.
genuine people, you feel me? Like, we
You know what I'm
really been out
saying?
here.
Really, right. So you know me, Mr. With Everything on Instagram. Yeah, I don't go by my name that I rap. So that's probably why y'all be getting me confused. So we gonna clear that up today.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? My music name is Get Lo. That's really me. You know what I'm saying? My Instagram is Mr. With Everything. Y'all know the vibes. Everything besides telling on it. You know the vibes, you heard, bro? So,
We got beer heat coming this summer. I'm
like
telling
it's
y'all,
here,
just
like,
tap in.
you know what I'm saying? Free the members, RP the guys. You already know Capitol Heights, Crown Heights, Union, U Block, the whole hood. You know what's up. It's that. Lakewood, 6 up.